6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. Pakistan and Turkey have discussed strategic economic framework in Ankara to boost trade ties between the two countries. The Interior Ministry has proscribed 11 entities in pursuance of the National Action Plan. The chairman of All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed concern over the plight of illegally detained Kashmiri prisoners in Indian jails. In Yemen, Houthi rebels started withdrawing forces from Salif port in Hodeidah province under a United Nations-sponsored peace deal today. The United States says it is deploying an assault ship and a Patriot missile battery in the Gulf to send a message to Iran about any attack against it or its partners. The second one-day cricket international match between Pakistan and England is underway at Southampton. And now the news in detail. Pakistani and Turkish officials held talks in Ankara to finalize Pakistan-Turkey strategic economic framework aimed at boosting trade and commercial ties between the two countries. Secretary Economic Affairs Division Noor Ahmed headed the Pakistan delegation, while the Turkish delegation was led by the Deputy Minister for Trade, Şanka Yılmaz Batur. During the talks, considerable progress was made on discussing the draft strategic economic framework as well as a comprehensive plan of action. It is expected that the finalized strategic economic framework would be adopted during the next meeting of the Pakistan-Turkey High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council to be held in Islamabad soon. That will be co-chaired by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Prime Minister Imran Khan. The Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan, has said strong in autonomous institutions, eradication of corruption and development of backward areas are the priorities of the present government. In a tweet today, she said the people are standing shoulder to shoulder with the Prime Minister Imran Khan to valiantly and steadfastly cope with the difficult situation. The Special Assistant said the goal of Prime Minister Imran Khan is to find a permanent cure of cancer that has ingrained in the system. Firdaus Ashikawan said history is a testimony to the fact that severe criticism and opposition always made Imran Khan firm in his commitment and brought close to his goal. The Interior Ministry has proscribed 11 entities in pursuance of the National Action Plan for being affiliated with Jamaat-ud-Dawa, Falai Insaniyat and Jaish-e-Mohammed. These include Al-Anfal Trust Lahore, Idara Khidmat al-Khalq Lahore, Al-Dawatul Irshad Lahore, Al-Hamd Trust Lahore Faisalabad, Al-Fazl Foundation Trust Lahore, Mosque and Welfare Trust Lahore, Al-Madina Foundation Lahore, Moz bin Jabal Education Trust Lahore, Al-Isar Foundation Lahore, Al-Rahmat Trust Organization Bahawalpur, and Al-Furqan Trust Karachi. The Minister for Science and Technology, Fawad Hussain Chaudhry, says the government is initiating a program to provide funds for the technology-related projects. Talking to the media persons in Karachi today, he said a science fair will also be organized in August this year to provide an opportunity to the youth to showcase their innovations. The minister said previous governments are responsible for the current dire economic situation, and the present government will put the economy on sound footings and improve governance system. He said a task force has been formed to explore the means for future needs in agriculture, provision of clean drinking water, industries, and education. The Railways Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed has said all possible efforts would be made for keeping the fares of economy class capped and to avoid any increase. He was addressing a news conference in Lahore today. The minister said Pakistan Railways mobile application would now also be available on iPhone. He said efforts are being made to implement the decision of the judiciary regarding the Karachi Circular Railway within 15 days. Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said the Karachi Circular Railways can be developed through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor funding. The chairman, Federal Board of Revenue, Shabar Zaidi, has clarified that he does not have any social media account on Twitter, and the Twitter account circulating on the social media with his name is fake. According to the Federal Board of Revenue, the new chairman of the board has cautioned the people not to allow fake social media account being run on Twitter with his name. He has advised the people to always validate the information appearing on any mass media which is associated with him. This is Radio Pakistan. The Azad Jammu Kashmir Prime Minister Raja Farooq Haider Khan has urged the international community to exert pressure on India to stop the atrocities in occupied Kashmir. In a statement issued in Muzaffarabad today, he strongly condemned the Indian armed forces for stopping the Kashmiri Muslims from offering Taraweeh prayers. The AJK Prime Minister said Kashmiris are looking towards the international community to intervene and play its influential role as India has usurped their fundamental rights. Raja Farooq Haider Khan demanded India to immediately release Hurriyat leaders Shabbir Ahmad Shah, Mohammad Yasin Malik, and others. In occupied Kashmir, the chairman of all parties Hurriyat Conference, Sayyid Ali Gilani, has expressed serious concern over the miserable plight of the illegally detained Kashmiri political prisoners languishing in different Indian jails. In a statement in Srinagar today, he deplored that even during the holy month of Ramadan, the Kashmiri detainees are kept in solitary confinement in small cells without basic amenities, as unhygienic food and insufficient medical facilities have made them to suffer miserably. Sayyid Ali Gilani appealed to the United Nations Human Rights Council, the International Committee of the Red Cross, and the Amnesty International to visit the Indian jails and take stock of the ill treatment meted out to the Kashmiri prisoners. Meanwhile, a complete shutdown was observed in Sopore town and its adjoining areas in Baramulla district for the second consecutive day today to mourn the killing of a youth, Ashfaq Ahmed Sufi, by the Indian troops. In Yemen, Houthi rebels started withdrawing forces from Salif port in Hodeidah province under a United Nations-sponsored peace deal today. The move is the first major step in implementing a deal reached by the government and Houthis for a ceasefire and troops withdrawal in Hodeidah last year. United Nations teams are overseeing the Houthi redeployment to start implementing the Houthi withdrawal. The United States is deploying an amphibious assault ship and a Patriot missile battery in the Gulf to bolster an aircraft carrier and B-52 bombers already sent. According to Pentagon, the USS Arlington, which transports Marines, amphibious vehicles, conventional landing craft, and rotary aircraft, and the Patriot air defense system will join the Abraham Lincoln carrier group. The American National Security Advisor John Bolton has said the deployment is aimed to send a clear and unmistakable message to Iran about any attack against the United States or its partners in the region. In Palestine, Israeli soldiers have martyred one Palestinian and injured 30 others during clashes in eastern Gaza Strip. The Gaza Health Ministry said hundreds of Palestinian demonstrators are protesting against the peace plan of the United States known as the Deal of the Century. And now cricket. In the second one-day international of the five-match series against Pakistan at Southampton, England were 219 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 34.5 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Pakistan won the toss and elected to field. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very hot weather has been forecast for South Punjab and Sindh during the next 24 hours. However, rain with dust thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, Sargodha, Sahiwal, Multan, Bahawalpur, Dera Ghazi Khan, Quetta, Job, Kalat, Kohad, Bannu, Dera Ismail Khan, Hazara, Sakkar, Shahid Benazirabad, Larkana divisions, Islamabad, Gilgit, Baltistan, and Kashmir. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.